And let's talk about Britney Spears. So we have an update on the new Britney Spears biopic that's supposed to be coming up called The Woman in Me, which is based on her memoir. Now, for those of you who are not familiar, John M. Chu is directing it, as you can see in the banner. John M. Chu recently directed Wicked, Part 1 and Part 2. So he's giving us an update on what we can expect from the upcoming biopic. So shout out to EW for the news. They said the iconic pop star's best-selling 2023 memoir, The Woman in Me, is being developed, as we all know, as a biopic film by Universal, with Wicked director John M. Chu in charge of the project. Though Chu hasn't gotten too deep into the project yet, he did say that Spears will be part of the filmmaking process, because I know a lot of people were wondering, like, how involved is Britney going to be? Is she just going to be a producer in name only, and they're pretty much going to be doing whatever, but she's going to be coming in? And you know what? I'm going to save it for after I read this article. He said she's going to be involved. This is what he told ET as an Entertainment Tonight on the red carpet ahead of Sunday night's Golden Globe ceremony. Saying, I haven't really started anything fully yet, but she will be very involved in this. I have ideas and things, an approach, but it's very early. Now, naturally, the news that a Spears biopic was in development has had the internet swirling with potential casting rumors. We at EW have suggested Sydney Sweeney, Addison Rae, and Dove Cameron as potential candidates, while others on the internet favor current pop star Sabrina Carpenter. In all likelihood, all other famous people like Spears' former boyfriend Justin Timberlake or pop rival Christina Aguilera will also be characters in the movie, which prompts further casting speculation. But you said that any of those decisions are still some time away. You want to know something? I'm sorry, but I do not see. I know they want to do Dove Cameron, Addison Rae, Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney's already busy. She's playing some type of athlete or something in the movie. If people was talking about her body or whatever the case was. Dove Cameron, I'm like, girl, where's she been? The last time I seen her, something was on an episode of Judging RuPaul's Drag Race. And then I don't see Addison Rae. I see Tate McRae though. I don't know if she can act. Has she ever acted in anything? I was kind of thinking Tate McRae based off of like her dancing ability, and she has taken elements of Britney Spears' dancing style and kind of incorporated it into her own. But if she can't act, I'm like, no, maybe I need to go with an unknown, somebody who's an actor, but also is like a dancer. You don't have to really be up in there and sing. You could just lip sync to Britney's, vocals. You don't necessarily need to take singing. But if you are a singer, that's a plus. But you know what? At the end of the day, because John M. Chu did Wicked and so many other projects, I trust in his vision that they know what they're doing. I'm sure they'll probably have like a big. Can you imagine if they did an open casting call? That would be crazy. The amount of people that would come out and do like an American Idol style of casting call to see who they pick. And funny enough, the way they're talking about this, like, oh yeah, she'll be very involved and that sort of thing. This is what I wish Madonna would do with her biopic. But she's such a damn control freak that this thing will probably never get made because of how she tries to steamroll over people. And don't get me wrong, I'm all here for, you know what, people should have a right to feel how they feel in regards of how their story is told. But if you don't have an error, if this is not your area of expertise, then you need to, and yes, I know Madonna has directed and all that other stuff in the past. The problem is the projects that she's directed, nobody cared. How many of y'all went to go see WE, as I call whatever? Because, I mean, I forget what it's about. Wallace Simpson or someone other. Nobody cared about the movies Madonna was directing behind the wheel. And no shade, she is as much as she. I don't want to hit Madonna with the straight, but I love her. But I gotta be honest. Girl, you are not Guy Ritchie in regards of you can get butts and seats. Now, don't get me wrong, Guy Ritchie as of late has not been able to get butts and seats for his movies, but he is a well-respected filmmaker. That's not your area of expertise. You are a pop icon. So therefore, the music thing you got on lock. The licensing of the music that and being a consultant and being involved in the film, I kind of wish Madonna would do that, like Britney's doing. But because she's such a damn egomaniac and a control freak, I just can't see her giving that much control to a auteur like a John M. Chu or even an Antoine Fuqua, who, directed the Michael biopic, or someone in that range. I don't do Brett Ratner. He was supposed to do the Mariah Carey one, although there is rumors that Lee Daniels is doing the Mariah Carey one. But now Brett Ratner allegedly is supposed to be doing a documentary on Melania Trump. Unless it's about international sex trafficking and Melania Trump is involved in it because she's a mail order whore, I don't care um, to watch it. Because what else are going to have? What of interest does she have that you want to see her in documentary form? Because none of y'all read her damn book, which Quiet as It's Kept should have been a damn pamphlet. Now, in regards to the whole situation, Chu said that any of the decisions, they said we're still a while away from them doing the whole casting thing. So he said, I've seen all fan castings and I always take those into consideration because maybe there's a good idea out there. But we will have to see what the approach of the movie is before we know who's right for it. Because people have to realize when you read a book or listen to it, if you're an Audible person, you have to realize that the way that things are in a book has to be translated a different way when you're watching it on the screen. So we don't necessarily know what the overall tone is going to be for the biopic. And based off the tone and how they come up with the script and what they're going to pull from in the book and what they're not, because everything ain't going to make the damn screen. But I do, child, I know, but I'm assuming, I can't say I know because I don't. I'm assuming it's going to be heavily on the Justin Timberlake stuff. So we got to see what the overall tone of the film is going to be before they can even decide to figure out, okay, who we're going to cast based on whichever direction the avenue they're going to go down. Because I'm sure they're going to go down they're going to cover her humble beginnings in Kentwood, Louisiana. They're going to, with her being a singer dancer, maybe they'll even explore the Mickey Mouse Club era, her signing the recording deal and becoming a big pop star. And then also her encountering Justin, even though they met on the set of the Mickey Mouse Club, how their relationship started, the abortion, that sort of thing, her getting pregnant, as I said, the abortion, and what that period was like and how Justin behaved during that time. We read that in the book, so we know basically how he came across when that happened. Then, the solo career, the conservatorship, the partying, the mental decline, the custody battle with Kevin Federline, which I'm hoping her speaking on this doesn't affect her relationship with her son. Because I don't know any other kids. I don't know about Sean Preston. I don't know if he's been hanging around with Britney, but we know about her and Jaden because she's posted stuff about him on social media. So I should say, look, I trusted in John M. Chu. Wicked so far has grossed over $500 million, a little over, I should say, worldwide success, total $600 million. And I did speak on this yesterday. I do feel like that financially, the film has taken a hit because it's available on digital. Like you can rent it or buy it. So I do feel like financially it has been hurt a little bit, but so far it has grossed over $500 million, 600 million to be exact. And he also said this. He said, I'm a big fan of Britney. I've been a fan since I was young, and she was young, and she was one of 12 acts at the Shrine Auditorium. This is what he said. Then he says, so I want to do her justice and tell her story right, but we'll see. We're developing it now, and it's a long road ahead. After all, Britney is 43, but she's been through a lot. The woman in me, covers not just her pop stardom, but also her complicated childhood, her breakthrough role in the Mickey Mouse Club, and her 13-year-old conservatorship. And it's funny how I was saying all this off the top of my head because I didn't read the article. I'm reading it as I'm going through it. And they're talking about all the things that I was just saying because I read the book. And I like what I read in the book. I gagged over some of the stuff that she was talking about. So I'm really hoping that all this is explored. We are in an era of biopics right now where, we got a complete unknown with Timothée Chalamet playing Bob Dylan. We have a biopic coming out based off of Bruce Springsteen with, oh my God, what the hell is his name? Jeremy Allen White is playing Bruce Springsteen. We got the Michael Jackson biopic coming out later this year with Jafar Jackson, Michael's nephew, playing Michael Jackson, and Coleman Domingo playing Joe Jackson, and Neil Long playing Catherine Jackson. And sidebar, shout out to Michael's daughter, Paris Jackson, who I did not know was recovering from a heroin addiction. She revealed that recently that she's been sober 5 years from alcohol and heroin addiction. I was like, when was this going down? And I know she's engaged right now to, I think, one of her bandmates. So shout out to her. So yeah, we're in an era of biopics right now. So we have all these biopics coming out, and one of the main biopics I will have to say is I'm definitely looking forward to the Britney biopic. So I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story in regards to the latest update on John M. Chu speaking out on the Britney biopic and what he said that we got in store? It's still in the early stages. They're still trying to figure out what they're going to be doing over there with the biopic, but I'm really interested in seeing this movie. And we did discuss this last year on who, going through the list of who should play Britney and Justin and Christina and all that stuff. If y'all have any new ideas of who y'all would like to see play Britney and Christina and Justin and her parents and Jamie Lynn, if she even gets a shout out in this damn movie, okay, Fed, let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.